Morning, how you doing?
Trey, how are you?
Good. Can I get a number 7?
The drink?
Water. Can you add bacon and lose the egg on it, please?
Okay, one more time.
Add bacon,
Okay.
but no egg.
Anything else for you?
Nope, that should do it.
It's going to be 513 at the window.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
You too.
Alright, yeah.
Hey, how you doing?
Chicken bagel with bacon, no egg, with cheese, hash brown, and water.
Yep.
It's going to be 513.
Oh, I didn't pay you. I'm sorry.
The sausage biscuit in your bag as well. It's our breakfast giveaway.
Thank you. All right. Let's see what they did to me this time. Wow. Look at that. I got it right.
Hey, minimum wage worker, you've won $15 an hour minimum wage, brought to you by the state of California. Sure, ambulance drivers make sometimes less than that, but you can make a cheeseburger. Minimum wage is no longer a starting point, it's a goal. It's a place to be. You unskilled fuck. Hey, Planet Earth, on today's show,
Amy Poehler and Tina Fey shake down Bobby for some money.
We discussed the Amy Schumer movie.
the 1977-2016 Trans Am comes to live nude puppets.
We play a game called Real Tits, Fake Tits.
Bobby gets attacked by a dog.
And Bigfoot comes to Trucker Tales.
Don't say any potty words, because my mom is listening.
Hello, Planet Earth. It's live nude puppets, and we're back.
Which would you rather have? Natural boobs, say a C cup, you know, just an average size, or fake boobs?
Well, I would probably go with the boob reduction, because the boob reduction allows you to craft your breasts in a unnaturally beautiful manner that will last for decades to come.
I would never, ever in a million years take the fake boob girl.
I would.
I don't, but
I
you know
would.
what? With the right surgeon. Yeah,
but
come
here's
on.
the thing, dude. They're not real.
Yeah, but it's the girl. You know, it's an accessory
It's
to
kind-
girls. It's just like earrings.
Rob and I know somebody who has fake boobs, and
One of the most beautiful women I know in the world has fake boobs. She's just as beautiful with or without them, but I want her more because of them.
See, for me, it does nothing for me because I know they're not real. I'd rather see, you know, a regular pair of natural ones that are, you know, floppy and how they're supposed to be. When a girl lays on her back, they're not supposed to stick straight up in the air.
Yeah, but when they do, then you have something to look at because their nipples aren't underneath their armpits.
hey, when my wife's 50, I want her boobs to look like they're fucking 22. Okay,
That's all right.
I'm good with that.
And now you could get that done next week.
Right, stand up straight, behave yourselves, look perky.
Here's
touch
what
in
I
the
want.
middle. give us a good cleavage. I mean, come on, the whole thing. Shake around a little bit. They dance for you and stuff. Just kind of boom, 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 boom.
I want a breast that's so natural that when the girl lays on her back for a while, and then when she gets up, she's got deodorant on the sides of her boobs.
Hey, Mandy, how you doing?
Not too good. The brownies you gave me the other day made me have bad dreams.
You didn't tell your mom and dad, did you?
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Ugh. A 2016 Trans Am Bandit, 77 going to be made. How much are they, Jay?
115 for the starting price.
And what do you already own?
I have a 78 Trans Am in perfect running order. A 79 Trans Am. Oh, yeah, I've got the 2010 SRT Challenger. That's the part.
78 Trans Am, 79 Trans Am.
Yep.
and now you're thinking about the 2016 77.
I am. I've got the Challenger, I'll have the 2 Trans Ams, and I'm thinking about upgrading to the brand new one.
So you'll keep all the other cars too?
Well, the 79 is a parts car for the 78, so that one's going bye-bye.
But the 78 will never go away.
Fuck no. We don't do that in my house.
You don't put a mustache and a cowboy hat on and drive around?
No, the 78 is
What
a
about
true
the
78.
Dodge? Would you trade the Dodge for the Trans
My guess is hell yes.
Trans Am?
No.
No?
No, I'll find a place to store all these cars now. I'm hoarding.
Okay.
Well, when your kid goes to college, you could definitely fit one car in there.
Okay, then let's play the game, Jay. What if you had to
All right.
choose between those 2 cars? Let's not base it on the price.
We're picking between a 2010 Challenger SRT or an 800 horsepower Trans Am that's brand new.
Yes.
Trans Am every time.
What if it were a 2010 Trans Am?
The year doesn't matter.
That's just your car.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I like. I like what Pontiac does to those cars. I mean, it's just what I like.
Yeah.
When I was looking for a new car, I actually wanted to go buy an old Trans Am. My wife's like, no, you're not going to buy another fucking Trans Am. I was like, well, they don't make what I want.
Yeah,
I ended up getting this thing instead. I love this car. It was a great car. The 78 is going to have a 455, and there's nothing stock about either one of these cars.
Wow.
The Challenger is a 500 horsepower SRT. Beautiful yellow car.
What kind of gas mileage do you get on that baby?
You don't own these cars and think about gas mileage.
I know, but I'm curious. What is it?
It's like 9 miles.
12.
12 miles to the gallon?
That was close.
Yeah, I get 12.
Wow.
It cost them $6 just to drive the kid to school.
Hey, you guys know what killed the cat, right?
Curiosity.
No, feline leukemia. Sorry.
All right, so I finally saw Trainwreck this weekend.
Amy Schumer.
Yeah.
You liked that movie? I liked it.
I thought it was fucking funny as shit, man. I didn't think I'd like it, though, because I can't stand her humor on, like, HBO.
Do you want to see that picture of her naked with the coffee cup and the book?
No, absolutely not. I do not want to see that.
I'll text it to your wife.
I don't care. She doesn't want to see it either, I'm sure. What the fuck she want to look at that for? She'll be like, ew.
I think I did see that. Does she have like a little pouch?
She's not a fat chick. She's an in-between chick with small boobs.
Yeah.
You know, she was surprisingly skinny in the very beginning of the movie, and even my wife turned to me, she goes, she's like got a fat face and a little body. How did that happen? I said, well, I think they made her lose weight for the movie or something. I mean, like,
but no matter how her weight is, like I've seen her when her weight was really, really low. No matter how her weight is, her face always looks the same. She's kind of got like a baby face.
Yeah, it's like her face never gets the message that we're losing weight.
In her act, she says that she looks like a cross between a Fraggle and a Cabbage Patch doll.
That's only funny because it's true. But in defense of someone suggesting that Rachel Dratch was fat, I don't know what Rachel Dratch looks like today, but when I knew Rachel Dratch, she was a tiny, tiny, petite little person with gigantic breasts. That obviously made her look fat because her tits would hang down to her belly, but she would wear such loose clothes to cover up her boobs that she's simply hiding the fact that she is a petite, tiny little woman with gargantuan tits.
Oh, see, that is just so sad.
I think that's changed.
You think she got a breast reduction?
I think that's changed. No, I think she's fat now.
But she's, you know what? She has an adorable face. She had an adorable face before. When I met her, I thought she was adorable, but she was like 25 when I met her, maybe younger.
She's kind of mousy looking to me. But
yeah, but that's kind of the cuteness of it. But Amy doesn't have any of that. She has the Cabbage Patch face, which is hard to mate with.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, if you had to mate with Amy Schumer, just her face, not a comedian, not anything except for just this face, or Rachel Dratch's face, and you had to procreate with one of those two faces, which one would you pick?
Hands down, Amy Schumer. Hands down.
Oops. Jay?
Yeah, I got to go with Jim, I think.
Really? After all
Yeah.
that, I would go with Rachel Dratch.
Well, I mean, I don't know. It's just a disappointing conversation. I don't want to really think about either one of them.
Do you want people to say you got a Cabbage Patch Baby when you're walking around showing it?
I do, motherfucker. It was made by Mattel.
Yeah, but what's your other choice? A mousy looking tit?
I want a baby made by Rachel Dratch in this game.
She
Plus, I get to watch her breastfeed and maybe get in on some of that.
Okay, I can't wait.
Hey, Roofy, it's time for Trucker Tales.
Yeah?
Roll the tape.
All right, I'm pushing the button right now.
Hey, this is Bobby Puppet, and I am here with driver
Don Limmer.
Don. And Don's got a story for us. Share it with us, Don.
Well, quite a few years ago, I'm an alcoholic, and I went to AA, and I kind of sobered up. And
I grew up going to AA meetings, 6 years old, my dad.
Okay. Well, shortly after I got out of AA, I was going over to the country club to deliver, and I parked in the parking lot. And I'm walking over to the clubhouse, and all of a sudden I hear a kawoom. And I turn around and look, and here a horse had run into my truck.
Whoa.
Did about $1,500 damage. So I call the cops, and they come, and the cop said, well, what happened? Where were you when you hit this horse? And I said, I was parked. I said, the horse come running across the parking lot. Here a couple of girls have been riding, and they tied him up on a board fence, and something spooked him, and this thing pulled away and pulled a board off, and it's got a board slapping it in the butt. Comes charging across the parking lot, smacks right into me.
Oh, wow.
So when they put it in the paper, I had a bunch of my friends said, well, it looks like Limmer's back on the sauce again.
That's excellent, dude. Thank you. How many years you been a driver?
I've only been driving about 5 years.
Oh, really?
Yeah, 6 years.
How do you like it?
I like it. I'm a retired stockbroker.
My dad's a stockbroker.
Yeah. I had a business with my son. I was in business for 20-some years, and our broker-dealer closed. We were a private, an independent dealership or broker-dealer. And we had to change registrations and everything, and I was kind of 66 years old already, and I just told my son, here, take it.
Amen.
Go with it, I sat home for about 2 months and went damn near crazy.
Yeah.
I had a client of mine that we had their 401k, and we went to lunch one day, and he was always bugging me to find me some drivers, So I said, hell, maybe I ought to do that. And he said, oh, getting that CDL is such a hassle, So it was over Memorial weekend about 5.5 years ago. I got the book, went home, read it over the weekend, went in Tuesday, did the written test. Wednesday went and did the DOT drive. Never drove a semi before. Borrowed one of his and backed it around the yard a few times.
Man.
I was born and raised on a farm, though. So.
Oh, yeah, that's different. Yeah.
And Thursday I did my DOT physical. Friday I lived down by Sioux Falls, South Dakota. I rode back and forth up in Minneapolis with a guy, kind of teamed with him, and Saturday I took off for California.
Oh, man. And I'll tell you, I hated that test, and every 4 years I got to reread that book and retake that test. I'm not a test taker.
But retaste it?
Yeah. I just got done retaking it. Every 4 years I got to take that.
How come?
Doubles, triples, tankers, and hazmat.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Don.
Thanks, Bob.
Hi everyone, Nick the Smoking Irishman here, and now I'm about ready to show you how crazy I am. You guys are all going to think I'm crazy. Maybe just under 2 years ago, I just started driving truck, just got my truck after being trained and everything, and I drove from Milwaukee, Wisconsin to Cherokee, Alabama, and I was taking this load of paper, scrap paper, to Cherokee, Alabama to a plant that makes Kleenex down in Cherokee. So I went to pull out on this road, and there's this big black truck coming, all lifted up, jacked up and everything, pickup truck. So I thought, well, I'll let him go first because you could tell he was moving. And so when he passed, I pulled out, and I got basically the whole truck straightened out. I was probably maybe if I had to guess 30 feet away from this guy. It was a big U.S. highway down there in Alabama there was 2 lanes going one way, 2 lanes going the other way, divided with a median in between them. And then trees, kind of driving through the woods, trees on both sides of the road. And if I had to guess, it was maybe 50 yards from the trees to the trees, maybe a little more, something like that. And I'm driving along, just getting the truck straightened out, seeing what's going on around me, and all of a sudden, out of the woods to my right, this thing came running. And it was fast. I don't know what it was. I know that, it was fast. It was so fast I couldn't really tell you what it was. But I'll tell you this. It made that clearing from the woods to the road, which I couldn't tell you, it was a good sized clearing. It made that clearing from the woods to the road in about, at most, 10 steps. That's how fast it was going. That's how big a strides it was taking. But anyway, it crossed out in front of the road, and that big black truck that was in front of me, I don't even know if he knew that he hit it, but he hit it. Hit it right in the hip. And it turned it around, twisted it around, and it fell in a ball on the shoulder. Guy didn't pay no attention to it. You're thinking, what the heck was that thing? I know what it looked like, but I didn't want to sound crazy. So I drove by it, my windows down, because I was smoking. And so I'm slowing down to kind of look at it and see what it is. I'm looking out my window, and it's balled up in this ball. Whatever it was a big ball. This truck was jacked up, and it hit this thing in the hip. And it fell to a ball on the ground. When I drove by it, it wasn't dead, but it was mad. I couldn't see it. Like, all I could see was this hair. Couldn't see it, but it was mad. You could hear it. Like, it was like pissed. And I'm like, well, whatever. I was like, I think I just saw Bigfoot. I don't know what it was. It's not like I was tired. I just laid down and slept for about three hours. I had lunch. It's not like I just woke up. I had lunch before I left. So it wasn't crazy. But this thing, and it wasn't like big, enormous, 7-8 feet tall, like how when you hear about Bigfoot, he was probably, 6 feet tall or whatever. He wasn't like enormously large, but he was still big, and you could see when I drove by him, you just see that he was loaded with muscle underneath all that hair. I got parked for the night, got my load, drove for a little while, got parked for the night, called my mom and Mrs. Smokin' Irishman, told them about it. They all, in amazement. My mom says, why didn't you go back and take a picture of it? And I said, because I didn't know what it was, if it was a bear, if it was a Bigfoot. I didn't know what it was. All I knew was it was mad, and I wasn't going to figure out what it was in case it was ripped me in half. I got home that weekend until we had a big party because my ex-sister-in-law had just graduated from nursing school. So we all went out to dinner with, me and my brothers and my family and everything, with her family and everything. And we were real kind of close with her family, and I told her dad about it, and he said it was a bear. I've never seen a bear other than like at the zoo and on TV. So maybe it was a bear, but when I think of a bear, I don't think of a bear as running on its hind legs. I think of when a bear gets up on its hind legs, it's more for a intimidation type thing. I see him taking a couple steps, but I don't see him full out sprinting, running. And I always think of a bear's hind legs, at least in my head, being little stubby kind of legs. This thing was fast and had big, huge, like normal people legs, but it had big, long arms, and it took that stride in like 10 steps before it got to the road, and then crossed the road in like 2. That's my story of Bigfoot. I don't know if it was Bigfoot. I don't know what it was. All I know is it freaked me out. I told Mrs. Smokin' Irishman about it that night when I got parked, and she looked it up, and there have been all kinds of Bigfoot sightings between around Decatur, Alabama. So maybe it was Bigfoot. I don't know. But I thought it'd be a cool story kind of to share with you. I'm pretty sure I saw a Bigfoot. I don't know, but I'm pretty sure. So that's my story of seeing Bigfoot, guys. You can think I'm crazy, because I think I'm crazy. I don't even really know what it was. All I know is it was big, it was fast, and when I passed it laying on the side of the road, and it was all balled up, it was mad. And as always, wherever you go, whatever you do, may the luck of the Irish be there with you. Thanks a lot.
If you got a story for Trucker Tales, just email us at livenudepuppets@gmail.com and we'll get back to you and get your story on tape.
My favorite car was my 2001 Daewoo.
I remember that thing. I remember the day you bought that. I about died when I got a Daewoo. I'm like, what is it? Oh, wait, what? No, don't do that.
You know what's funny?
Yeah, he bought another one right after that. He's owned two of them.
4 years ago. No, that was a Toyota. 4 years ago, yesterday, the engine blew on the Daewoo on Route 12 coming back from Ava's birthday party.
Dun, dun, dun.
Isn't that weird? April 18th, I blew my engine. 6 years ago on April 18th, my daughter broke her arm at the very end of the party. Now, April 18th, yesterday, 4 years later, yesterday, April 18th, her actual birthday, I was taking out a giant bag of garbage that wouldn't even close, a 30-gallon, one of those lawn bags, you know, and it was filled beyond the top
with
walking
cake,
down this ramp,
food, garbage, drinks,
milk,
coffee,
mostly milk. And I take it down to the garbage, and across the street, this guy's outside fucking around with his car, and out of the front door of his house comes a black fucking German Shepherd.
Cool.
Charging at me. Like, it saw me before the door got open, and the damn thing is charging at me. I drop the bag of garbage. It goes fucking everywhere. I go to turn around and pivot off of my left leg and push off my left leg, but my left leg was not in a position to be pivoting or putting any fucking weight on, and I hear like 4 or 5 fucking pops in my goddamn leg.
Oh, shit.
I start swearing at the guy. The guy called his dog 3 fucking times. He said his dog's name 3 times. I didn't turn around to look, but if you're still yelling, come here, whatever your fucking name is, dog, 3 fucking times, the dog's still running after you, so you just keep running till you say...
Here's a hint. If your dog's name is Killer, it's probably going to have assault issues.
Here's a fucking hint. If you have a German Shepherd, don't let it fucking walk around, whether it bites or not. It's not covered under homeowner's insurance. Now, I haven't even gotten a fucking police report yet because I don't know how fucked my leg is. And if it's not that fucked, I'm not going to make a big deal about it. But if I'm out of work for a fucking couple weeks, I got to make a fucking police report. And that fucking poor dog, because of his dumb fucking owner, is going to end up fucked.
Now let's get to the funny.
To the what?
So, now wait a second, though. You turned to run, you heard 4 or 5 pops, but then you still ran.
Well, I had no choice. I was in the middle of pushing off on my leg when it popped.
Right, but then as you were running, was it more like a hobble run? Did it hurt immediately?
Yeah, I was fucked. By the first time I put my left leg back down on the ramp, I was fucked.
You could have torn cartilage. You could have done a lot of different
I'm sure I
things.
did.
Oh, yeah.
So my doctor won't tell me anything till he could fucking bend it the way he wants to bend it without me saying ouch. And I don't know when that's going to
Obamacare.
But why?
They'll only treat you when
I
you
don't
feel
understand
like
why he had to give you a rectal exam when it was your knee was the problem.
He gives that to me free every time I go in.
No, that's why you go there so much. And he's Asian, so he has skinny little fingers.
I got rid of the Pakistani guy because he was too hairy.
Okay, I don't even like the word prostitute. I don't like the word slut. I don't like the word hoe bag. I don't like the word southern fucking bowel. I don't like any of those fucking words, okay? Who knows if a Catholic priest might have molested him? I'm so done with this bullshit. I hate the word slut. I hate the word whore. I hate the word hoe bag or whatever the fuck it is. I don't like any of that garbage. Scrotum face, whatever the fuck. These people are gonna come up. Suck my balls. All these people saying this weird fucking disgusting shit. I cannot handle that.
Okay, I got one letter several months ago saying, hey, finish that story you were telling about Improv Olympia days. Improv Olympia. I think it's called IO now. And it's not basically what it comes down to is every 8 weeks I had Amy Poehler or Tina Fey, who basically ran the office there, ran everything there, I believe. And I'm sure they were paid for it, but they were on the house team. They're like the main team. Farley just left their team. I believe when Farley left, they were the house team. They were the house team for a damn long time, and that was Andy Dick, Amy Poehler, Rachel Dratch, Tina Fey, Andy Richter, who really took a liking to me because I was getting put in with the B team, so I would open up for the A team. And so anyways, every 8 weeks, that story's been told, but every 8 weeks, I would have either Amy Poehler or Tina Fey chasing me down, asking me for my $175. And it would usually take 6 weeks to get the 8 weeks of class time paid. And those poor women had to walk over from either Sharna's house or the theater to the school, which was on School Street in Chicago.
Yeah, makes it easy to find it.
It was in a dance studio. And they'd have to walk over there and ask me for money, way overdue. And Amy wasn't so intimidating as Tina was. Tina was kind of a final, like when she talked, it was like, this is the last time we're talking about this. When Amy asked, it was kind of like, oh, I know you're broke, but you better get the money in because this is something I have to look at every day.
Let me ask you something about all of those people that you mentioned. Now, when they were in Second City, none of them were famous yet, but because they were on the main team and stuff, were they approachable or were they like, did they think they were something?
I didn't know them at Second City. I only knew them at Improv Olympia. Yeah, and they were very approachable. They were just students.
So they didn't have any attitude because they were doing so well in their craft already.
They didn't think they were doing that well at the time. They were just on the A team.
Oh.
But that's still miles away from Second City and Saturday Night Live.
I have a friend of mine that he was telling me his wife wanted him to give her oral sex. And he's like, I just don't want to do it. Why don't you want to give her oral sex? And he said, I'm afraid it's going to taste bad. I said, it doesn't taste bad. It's fine. He said, it doesn't taste bad? I said, well, it's not going to be a Snapple flavor, but it's okay.
I don't know. Snapple's getting pretty desperate. Could you imagine? I mean, if they actually did issue that, it would probably sell. They'd probably have to, somebody buy that, You're like, really? Sure.
I'd buy that because there's just sometimes you got to eat pussy.
Hey, Ben and Jerry's sold sweaty balls. So
that's right. Yeah.
Is that cheating? Drinking a Snapple flavor
pussy flavor
snapper.
Only if
Snapple.
Snapper flavored Snapple. It's called Snapper flavored Snapper. Snapple.
Snappers. Ooh, that's hard to say.
Have a bottle of Snapper.
Oh, I like the Snapper mango.
And then they come out with Puerto Rican chick.
All of a sudden, it's a whole new product line for them. Asian Zing and
Australian chick.
Have you tried the Iraqi?
Hawaiian flavored. It's got pineapple.
The Iraqi flavored Snapper. The Indian flavored Snapple is Snapple is definitely got curry in it.
Snapper flavored Snapple. Now with herpes.
Peace and love worldwide. Live life before life lives you.
Adios. Goodbye, everybody.
Hey, Live Nude Puppet fans, go to livenudepuppets.com to get your Live Nude Puppets t-shirt. We got one for $9.99. We got one for $12.99. We got double-sided, you name it. But our fans come first, the lowest prices in t-shirts, and the only t-shirt that gets you laid.
So, that was fun.
I love that.